era of work-life balance. And today we have Yogesh. Yogesh is heading talent acquisition at IGT Solutions. So, welcome to the show, Yogesh, and a few words about you and about your work at IGT for our folks who have joined in.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Sarabjit, for providing this platform and for this discussion. You are right that I am involved into talent acquisition from last 15 plus
At
years now.
IGT Solutions. Okay. Yeah, please continue. Yes.
Okay. And approximate 70% of the career is with the same organization. Approximate 10 plus years, 11 plus years, I'm in IGT Solutions only. Uh, I have been involved into global talent acquisition and been involved into special projects for the organization. So that's what I do.
Great. Great to have you here, Yogesh, and we can start off our discussion. So we have a few questions which lined up for you. So let's
Sure.
start. So Yogesh, we wanted to know about a few words about your journey from your childhood to becoming a talent acquisition expert. So
Sure, Sarabjit. So being coming from a typical middle class Indian family, I did what everyone was doing at that time, that is BTech, right?
okay.
So, but human resources was somehow that was very close to my heart. Okay, and after completing my BTech, I was very sure that I want to be in human resources. So I did, couple of jobs, and in fact, I started my career with the technology focus only. But after that I found no, I should do what I like, and then I moved to human resources talent acquisition, and then I did some few courses in HR from XLRI and different institutes that helped me to get some insights about human resources, and then got almost all the knowledge from on job training.
Okay.
And started from technology recruitment,
Mm.
and then understanding how it works, and then I'll say the more I worked in talent acquisition, more I liked this function, because what I think, being into a talent acquisition, you know every function of the organization, you know how the business is going to run,
Okay.
and that actually helped me. So if you ask anyone that how their function works, they know about their function. But being into talent acquisition, you know about pre-sales, you know about sales, you know about technology, you know about HR. So that is something I liked about this function, and that's what I'm here.
Great. Lovely to know about you, Yogesh. So my next question will be, so so right now we are seeing a lot of kind of a buzzword like flexible working models and flexible work life balance, and it has been one of the key features where companies are trying to attract talent. So uh, as a seasoned expert in this field, so what do you think, what are the key challenges of implementing a flexible working model in a workplace?
I think if we talk about the key challenges, one of the key challenges will be security.
Okay.
Okay, because maybe client is not that much flexible that how their data will be treated, or maybe the managers are not they have that kind of mindset that how they are going to measure the performance, and maybe cultural shift that we need to think about it,
Yes.
because people were early, it was a 9 to 5 job, and there was fixed meetings in the start of the day, end of the day, and you measure the performance. But while you are working in a global environment, you are working in a flexible environment, you are working in a hybrid environment, we have to be output driven rather than hours driven. And then, as far as security is concerned, technology is there. We must implement technology first if we are working in industry where the data is very important, the client privacy is very important. So I think first of all we must have all the tools and technology in place, and then it is all about the cultural, how you create a culture in the organization.
Okay. So, Yogesh, a very fun question for you for the next one. If you could pass any law, one law, okay, uh, for global workplaces, what would it be and why?
I'm sorry, but I lost you. Your network.
Yeah. Okay. So the next is a very fun question. If you could pass one law for global workplaces, what would that be and why?
Surabjit, to be very true, I'm not a legal expert here, but what I think to run a business globally, two things which are very important. One, the employer should provide fair opportunity to every employee, and
Okay.
from employee side, there should be integrity because you're working in a hybrid environment where there is no direct control of the organization. You're working from your home environment, so it is your responsibility to take care of all the data. So if these two things are in place, fair opportunity from the employer and integrity from the employee, I think no law can help here. It is employer and employee who need to think about it and to grow the business.
Okay. Okay. And would love to know any pivotal incident in your life. It might be personal or professional that would like to share in regards to this flexible workplaces or work-life balance. If you want to share anything.
Um, Sarabjit, to be very true, we encounter these kind of challenges and these kind of cases on day-to-day basis, right? So,
Okay.
in fact, I'm very happy that how new generation is taking up, how they are talking about it. In our generation, when we started working, okay, so we did not had that kind of courage to ask that tell me the roadmap of my career in the initial day, first day of my joining. But now I know people who are working even in the remote work environment or hybrid environment. They come on the date of joining or even in the interview. They tell us, I'm not going to work 9 to 5. Probably my working time will be starting from 2 o'clock or probably after 5 o'clock, and that is my sweet spot. That is the time I think I'm more productive. And people talk about these things very upfront in the organization about the joining date or in the interview, and I liked about it. People are no more only concerned about the job; they're concerned about their career. They talk about I recently talk about this in another that kind of roundtable show. There was a new joinee in our organization, and we had three roles. I told her, these are the three roles. Which one you would like to pick? And I was very happy because when we joined, nobody was giving these kind of options to us.
Okay.
So I was happy that, and as an employer, I am giving some option, and she will choose, and she will be very happy about it. But
Mm.
she said, tell me the roadmap of each and every role, and she was very firm about it. I will choose only role which give me a career, not only the job for some a couple of months or some couple of years. So
Mm.
this is something I like about it, that change is there after the COVID. People are not shying about it, that they are doing work from home and they can do only in this particular time zone, or maybe they will work in the night shift. So it is all about the output, especially working in the global environment. So these are the few things which now we are encountering on the day to day basis.
Great. So we have completed the first set of questions. Right now, we'll go to the audience questions. We have a lot of audience questions. We have selected three for you. So the first question is Gagan from Bangalore, who asked that how are emerging employee priorities reshaping traditional views of work-life balance in today's business landscape?
Again, Surabjit, employers are thinking about
Hmm.
that we should be output driven,
Okay.
and we should understand if someone is working from home, then probably that will not be a office like environment.
Hmm.
If you and me or I am in a Teams call or office call with anyone, there may be some background until unless it is a the client call. So people are okay about it, and if it is not hampering the work and we are getting the good output, and people are coming with their views. So these things are in focus right now, rather than 9 to 5 kind of thing that earlier it used to be in the previous organizations or the previous setup. If you're not in the system, or if you're not in the office by 9:30 or 9:15, then there is a half day, or those kind of things. Those things are completely changed now, and employers are recognizing this thing. And I think this is helping both employers as well as employees, where employers are getting more output, employees are also getting their time. They are able to save time in that transport, in the traveling time.
Okay.
So this is helping
Okay.
both.
Okay, great. So Gagan, I hope you got your answer. Dhanashri from Hyderabad. So we have the second question. Dhanashri from Hyderabad, who asked that one key piece of professional advice or technique you always rely on.
Integrity and deep understanding about your work. If you
Okay.
have deep understanding about your work, you uh, have integrity about your job, you are not going to fail anytime.
Okay. 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 So then we have the next question. Susan from Trivandrum. How can HR leaders measure the effectiveness or of work-life balance initiatives? How can yeah?
I think that remains same. If there is less attrition, there is good output as compared to industry standard. For example,
Mm.
talent acquisition function, your team is doing good as compared to industry standard, and there is low attrition. These are the, again, same measurement that you can rely that your environment, the culture you have created, it is working for the employees.
Okay, great. So now we have another section which is focused on the job seekers or the candidates. Okay.
Mhm.
So in this section, I will ask you one question, and you can help job seekers or candidates to get the dream job. So the question is, how can candidates demonstrate their ability to thrive in flexible work environments?
Again, what I think, it remains same. Don't lie. Even
Mm.
it is a full-time job, you're going in an office, you're lying in your resume that you have that kind of prior experience, and you landed up in such kind of job, and you
Mm.
don't have experience, you are in trouble. Similarly, if you're getting a remote work environment, hybrid environment, and you know that you can start your work only after 2 o'clock because you have your kids at home, do not lie. Tell them upfront that you can start your day at 2 o'clock and you will be working in till late, maybe 2 to 10 or
Okay.
2 to 11. Do not lie, and tell them you have that kind of skill, and employers are they are okay on this thing, because ultimately it's the output. So just do not lie. Tell everything about your home setup, that how it is going to work for you, and then employer and you, both of you, have to come on a common agreement, then
Okay.
how it is going to work in future for us.
Okay, great. So we move on to the last section, which is the rapid fire section. So I will ask you a few questions, Yogesh, and you have to answer it whatever comes to your mind first. Okay. So are you ready? Should I start with it?
Yes.
Okay. Morning ritual, workout, or meditation?
Meditation.
Great. What's your guilty pleasure at work?
um, uh, I think eating sweets.
Okay. Uh, what is your stress buster? Reading or music?
Reading.
Okay. Preferred recruitment trend, like AI tools or personal networking.
Hybrid, both. So
Okay.
AI will help us to removing the biasness, and
Okay.
then personal networking is definitely required.
Great. Coffee break, quick chat, or solitude.
I think solitude.
Okay. Global HR challenge, diversity or compliance.
Compliance. This is important.
Okay. And what is your favorite tech gadget?
Mm, Tech gadget. I mean, I am actually tech gadget driven, starting from the having all the apps, maybe hiring apps and everything on my mobile, to having a smartwatch measuring everything. So
Okay.
yeah, this is important part of the life.
Okay, great. So we come to the end of the questions and the webinar. Okay, it was great having you, Yogesh. You shared some very good insights for the
Thank you, sir,
team
Abchit.
and for all the audiences which we have. We will also share a recorded version with everyone who has signed up for this webinar. The emails. I hope you loved it, and
Definitely.
thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.